Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Net, a self-taught baker, and in today's video I'll be showing you guys how to make this delicious strawberry cheesecake. So if you like quick and easy recipes, please hit a like down below, and if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button and join the family. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing we're going to do is start by dicing up our strawberries. And right here, I'm just taking the tops of the stem off. All the ingredients for this recipe will be listed down below. Next, we're just going to cut them down into smaller bite-sized pieces. Once you're done cutting up your strawberries, we're going to go ahead and set these over to the side, and then we're going to get started with our crust. So for the crust, you're going to use 2 sleeves of honey graham crackers. Now we're just going to pulse it until it gets nice and crumbly. Now we're going to be adding our sugar. Next we'll be adding our melted and salted butter. We're just going to cover this up and give it a nice mix until we get wet, sand-like consistency. Once you're done mixing, it should look something like this, and it should be able to hold together in your hand, like so. And that's how you know that you got the right consistency for it. So now for the cream cheese filling, we're going to go ahead and use some cream cheese. Now we're just going to mix our cream cheese until it gets nice and light and airy. Once you're done mixing, we're going to go ahead and add our sour cream. Next, we'll be dumping in our sugar. A pinch of salt. 2 tablespoons of flour. Now we're just going to mix this together until the ingredients are well combined. Now we're going to add our vanilla extract. And lastly, we're going to add our eggs one at a time. And we're just going to continue to mix until everything is well combined. Now we're just going to scrape our edges with our spatula just to make sure that cream cheese is well incorporated. And once it's done mixing, it should look something like this. So now we're just going to line our baking pan with some parchment paper, and you want to make sure you grease the edges as well. And we're just going to dump our graham cracker crumbs into our pan. And now we're just going to use our hands just to flatten it out. Make sure that crust touches the whole bottom. Now we're just going to pour our cream cheese filling into our pan. Using our spatula, we're just going to flatten it out. And now we're going to place it into the oven on 325 for about an hour and a half. And you'll know when it's done when it have a slight jiggle in the middle. So now for our strawberry glaze, we're going to go ahead and take our strawberries that we cut up, and we're going to cook these down in a saute pan or a cast iron skillet like I'm using. Now we're going to add our sugar. And lastly, we're going to add our lemon juice. Now we're just going to bring it up to a simmer and let these cook down. And I have plenty of videos of me cooking strawberry sauce, so you guys can reference those videos if you want more detailed. I'll be sure to link those videos down below so you can go ahead and check those out. So once these got done cooking, I went ahead and set them into a container and set these inside of the refrigerator for overnight, because I did have to let my cheesecake sit and chill inside the refrigerator for 5 to 8 hours. So the next morning is what you'll be seeing me do the topping for the cheesecake. So it's the next day. It's been over 8 hours. My cheesecake is out of the refrigerator and it looked delicious. And do not mind the little cracks on top because we are going to cover it. So right here you see me pouring in the heavy whipping cream, and I'm also adding some vanilla extract. And we're just going to make a simple whipped cream topping. Next, I'll be adding my powdered sugar, and we're just going to be mixing this together until it gets nice and airy, making sure we have those stiff peaks. And once you're done mixing your whipped cream, it should look something like this. You should be able to pick it up with your spatula and tilt it upside down and it do not fall. So now we're just going to top our cheesecake with our whipped cream. And you guys, I'm using a Wilton tip and I will leave that down below. And we're just going to top it. Next, we'll be going in with our strawberry glaze. And you guys, leaving them in the refrigerator overnight surely make a difference. And guys, look at that delicious cheesecake. You know I had to be extra and add some white chocolate, so I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle it with some white chocolate. And you guys, the texture when you cut into this and then you take a bite with the white chocolate and that crunch, I'm telling y'all, add y'all some white chocolate onto y'all cheesecake. I end up having extra cheesecake ingredients, so I end up making a smaller cheesecake, and I might just gift this to a neighbor. Now we're just going to take a slice, that way you can see the inside. And look at that, guys. That rich, smooth, and creamy cheesecake. This was so good. And if you make extras like I did, you could go ahead and put this in the freezer and they will be just as good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another video. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Until the next video, you guys stay safe out there, and peace.